Randy Orton in 2009 was the personification of evil. Let's watch.
Prime Randy Orton
Oh
was a
my
dangerous
god.
individual,
Yeah.
the original Crash Out, a menace to society, WWE's original YN. Randy Orton's character
Not the original
development has to be
YN.
on par with
Okay.
Walter White's from Breaking Bad. Randy Orton made his WWE debut in 2002, a third-generation superstar and the son of WWE Hall of Famer Cowboy Bob Orton. He was young and cocky from the moment he walked through the door. Randy Orton joined Evolution in 2003 alongside Batista, Ric Flair, and Triple H, which was a game changer for his career. He established himself by targeting legends, which earned him the nickname Legend Killer.
Yeah.
Your grandma could be a legend, she wasn't safe either. Randy Orton won the Intercontinental
He did not
Championship.
care.
He went on to become the youngest world champion in WWE history at 24 years old. Triple H, the leader of the group, grew jealous of Randy's success and kicked him out of Evolution by 2004. You could say that betrayal caused Randy Orton to go on a downward spiral from 2005 to 2006, kayfabe and behind the scenes. He was showing up late to rehearsals, dealing with anger management issues, and getting suspended for smoking backstage. It was in 2007 when we start to see Randy's character transformation go from Legend Killer to the Viper. Randy's whole demeanor had changed. He became more dark and methodical in the square circle. Randy Orton equipped a new move to his animations that year, the punt. Randy Orton was neutralizing wrestlers left and right with this move. If you got punted by Randy Orton, you were off TV for about a month recovering.
It's like I had an out-of-body experience.
When Randy Orton became WWE Champion in 2007, it was the age of Orton. By 2009, Randy Orton reached his final form. When he went against the grain with no guard, he just started tweaking out. The Bloodline is lucky they didn't face this version of Randy Orton. This was peak Randy Orton. 2009 Randy Orton was the personification of evil.
You could fucking see it in his eyes, like.
Going into 2009,
Those
Randy had his
eyes.
sights on becoming world champion. If you got in his way,
Oh, Jesus, look out.
Randy decided to form a stable to help him achieve that goal. Randy was hosting tryout matches to see who was good enough to join. He eventually picked who he wanted to be in his group, Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. The group would be called Legacy. Each member was a multi-generational wrestler. Stephanie McMahon was running the show at one point. Any problem you had, you reported to her. Randy Orton and Chris Jericho had an issue about a fatal four-way match they were in with JBL and Shawn Michaels. Chris Jericho took his frustration to Stephanie. It led to him getting fired when he called Stephanie a lame duck and a fake McMahon. Randy felt the need to go to Stephanie's office to clear his name so she wouldn't fire him next. He tried getting on Stephanie's good side, but she's like, "Don't worry, Randy. I'm not going to fire you, so you can stop sucking up to me." She then demanded him to get the hell out of her office. Randy started telling Stephanie how the people in the back don't respect her, and if her name wasn't McMahon, she would be a complete nobody. Stephanie slapped Randy after that comment. Randy restrained himself surprisingly. I think the voices told him something because he left Stephanie's office right after that. Vince McMahon made his return later that night from the Diddy party.
That was stupid. This man don't forget nothing. Okay. Right.
Randy came out because he wanted an apology from Stephanie for slapping him in the face. He told Vince to make his daughter apologize. Vince asked him why would he do that. Randy's response was, "Because I'm worth more than she is. Ever since your daughter popped you out a couple of grandkids, she's been essentially worthless." He told Vince people pay to see him and not this Bob. Stephanie tried to slap Randy again, but Vince stopped her. Vince told Stephanie to leave the ring so he could deal with Randy. Vince had to take a little pause before asking Randy,
"Who the hell do you think you are?"
Vince got to flexing on how he made the WWE and Randy's dad a superstar. He said if it wasn't for him doing that, Randy would be working at a fast food joint putting his fries in the bag. Vince then demanded Randy to apologize to him and his daughter. If not, he would terminate him. Randy gave him a warning that he doesn't want to do that, but Vince raised up the microphone to call his bluff. Right before Vince could say the word fired, Randy slapped that nigga in the face. He crashed out on his boss. Randy started hearing voices in his head.
Leave me alone!
They told him to kick the freaky old man in the head and he did it. Vince's life alert went off in his pocket when he fell down, so the paramedics came rushing in. Stephanie was screaming for help while Randy just stood there in shock. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. had to come get him out the ring. This was the go-home show before the Royal Rumble. The promo package for the 2009 Royal Rumble was a dead giveaway that Randy Orton was going to win the whole thing. Randy Orton eliminated Triple H with the help of Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. to win the 2009 Royal Rumble. This allowed Randy to go on and headline WrestleMania to challenge the world champion of his choosing. Randy still had to deal with the McMahons after sending Vince McMahon to the gulag. The next night on Raw, he came out with 2 attorneys and a therapist. So come to find out, Randy has a mental condition. Randy suffers from IED, intermittent explosive disorder, where the individual is sufficiently provoked suffers a loss of control, resulting in outbursts of physical violence. Randy felt because he has IED, he wasn't responsible for crashing out on Vince McMahon. He said his therapist confirmed that the WWE knew of his mental condition. If WWE fires him, he's going to sue the entire company. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. agreed.
Wait a minute. So y'all knew this and y'all hired this crazy ass nigga? This schizophrenic y'all knew this and y'all still hired him? What? Oh, well, he justified. Let him do it.
To walk out with Randy if WWE decided to do that. Randy apologized to the McMahon family, but he read from a note card given to him by his therapist.
Wow.
Stephanie was watching from her office because she had a surprise for Randy and wanted him to be present for it. Both of them met in the ring later that night. Randy was in Stephanie's face begging her to fire him. Stephanie said she had something way better than that. What could that possibly be?
Oh my God, bro.
Your brother?
She went and got her big brother. Like Randy once sent that nigga to the gulags as well. Legacy let Shane have it at first. They waited to catch him and Stephanie lacking backstage. Stephanie went face first into the wall. Top flight security tried to help, but Legacy started jumping them niggas as well. This led to Randy and Shane having a match at No Way Out. I don't know if Shane was trying to hit Randy with a punt kick of his own, but Randy caught that nigga with a RKO. Randy won the match, but it wasn't over. Shane wanted a rematch the next night on Raw. Randy agreed to it, but it was a setup for him to jump Shane. Legacy didn't believe in fair fades. Shane was hit with a crossroads and a punt kick to the head. Stephanie came running down to the ring screaming for Shane to wake up now. Randy finally got even with Stephanie by giving her an RKO.
See, I told
Once
you.
Randy did that, it was time to play the game. Triple H came running down to the
forget
ring
about
to
that.
check on his wife. Triple H wanted all the smoke. Look at his face. He had recently won the WWE Championship at No Way Out. That's who Randy ended up choosing to face at WrestleMania 25. Randy only chose Triple H under one condition. Both of them couldn't touch each other until WrestleMania unless one of them is provoked. That went straight out the window when Legacy jumped Triple H on Smack. WWE had me thinking Triple H was about to do 20 plus years in the
that's
pen
when he
as a kid.
broke in his
Instead of letting the
house.
court of law handle it, Randy had Triple H charges dismissed because he wanted to take care of the situation himself. Randy said he's going to do something that makes the previous attacks look tame. A 2-on-1 handicap match took place between Randy Orton and Ted DiBiase Jr. against Triple H. The match was never official because the referee couldn't get a hold of them. Triple H tried to get a sledgehammer as an equalizer, but Cody Rhodes was under the ring to stop him. It was now 3-on-1. Legacy beat down Triple H and handcuffed him to the ring ropes. Triple H tried fighting back, but he could only do so much. Randy grabbed that microphone and said, "There's only one person that can save you now, and she better hurry." Stephanie came running out, but Triple H's like, "No, Steph, I'm the game. I got it." Randy's like, "Don't you listen to him. It's up to you now." Stephanie climbed up the ring apron, but Randy got a hold of her. He stared right at Triple H before giving his wife a DDT. Triple H tried to grab him, but the nigga was too far away. Randy had saliva running down all his mouth. Randy was about to hit Stephanie in the head with the sledgehammer until he thought of something more diabolical to do. He wiped the saliva off his mouth, got down to his knees, and then he kissed Stephanie right on the lips. Randy smiled right in Triple H's face afterwards. He was probably bricked too.
Ew.
Randy then clocked Triple H in the face with the sledgehammer. Husband and wife just laid out in the ring to end off Monday
Oh
Night
my
Raw. This was a
God.
non-PG moment in the PG era. Randy ended up revealing everything the following week on Raw. This was all planned by him starting back in early January. Randy never forgot what Triple H did to him back in Evolution. It was bigger than the WWE Championship for him. Randy was waiting until he got a group of his own to start his revenge tour. The match stipulation was if Triple H was disqualified, he lose the WWE Championship. The feud was way too personal for that. Randy Orton versus Triple H went on after Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. Triple H defeated Randy Orton, which wasn't an issue because the feud wasn't over yet. At Backlash, it was scheduled to be Legacy versus Triple H, Shane, and Vince McMahon. Randy challenged Vince to a one-on-one match on the Raw after Mania. Vince agreed to it like he can fight. Randy was about to
Right,
punch him
hello?
again until his son saved him. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. came out while Shane was punching Randy. Then Triple H came out. Vince was too old to do anything, so it's 3-on-2 still. Batista made his return to even up the odds. Randy was the reason why Batista was out in the first place. Randy punted him as well. Batista was Vince's replacement in the 6-man tag match at Backlash. Randy announced it would be for the WWE Championship on SmackDown. If Randy team wins, Triple H loses the WWE Championship. Batista sold the match for Triple H. He was about to hit Cody with a chair, which would have caused a disqualification. Triple H had to grab the chair from him. Randy capitalized on what was going on to hit Triple H with an RKO. Randy had to go deeper into his bag because that wasn't enough. He went straight to the corner
Punted him.
to punch Triple H in the head.
Wow.
Game over. Randy Orton was your new WWE
Oh, I see
champion.
what you
When
did
you
there.
thought his feud with the
Game over.
McMahons was over, here comes Shane McMahon again. A diving elbow drop in casual wear is crazy. GG's in the chat because Randy wanted to get his hands on Shane. When he
That
did get
is
his hands
crazy,
on
though.
Shane, he broke Shane's ankle with the steel steps. Shane was written off TV for like 7 years after this attack. Batista kept involving himself in legacy business, so that started Randy Orton and Batista's feud over the WWE Championship. Ric
Hey.
Flair even got involved because of his history with Batista Batista, Triple H, and Randy Orton. Randy already punted Ric Flair back in 07. Randy got his revenge on every member of Evolution at this point. Maturing is realizing Randy Orton wasn't the bad guy in this story.
Exactly.
Back to Batista. He wanted Randy to pay for his sins, so Randy put the WWE title on the line against him at Judgment Day. Randy wasn't trying to fight Batista, so he slapped the ref to get himself disqualified to retain the WWE title. Since Batista technically won that match, he got another shot at the WWE title at Extreme Rules in a steel cage match. Legacy couldn't interfere, so Batista ended up winning the WWE title from Randy. Batista didn't get one title defense in because Randy broke that nigga's arm. After Batista had to relinquish the WWE title, Randy won it back in a fatal 4.
Ooh, look at those eyes. Those beady little eyes. Oh my God. Yo, he was scary, dude.
Four-way match against Big Show, John Cena, and Triple H. Yeah, Triple H was able to play the game again since being punted by Randy back at Backlash. Randy and Triple H faced for the WWE Championship at the Bash in a 3 Stages of Hell match. Randy won the first pinfall via disqualification when Triple H started beating his ass with a steel chair. Randy was worn down for Triple H to hit a pedigree right after to get the second pinfall. The score was tied at 1-1 between them. A stretcher was brought out. If you can get your opponent on the stretcher over the yellow line, you win the match. Triple H was close to winning until Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. came out to help Randy retain the WWE title. I don't get why we didn't get this type of match at WrestleMania 25. It became a triple threat match at Night of Champions. Randy walked in as WWE Champion and sacrificed Cody Rhodes to walk out still WWE Champion. Moving forward, Randy began exclusively feuding with John Cena after Night of Champions for the rest of 2009. John Cena versus Randy Orton was WWE's version of Goku versus Vegeta. The first match at SummerSlam had a lot of chaos. Randy got himself counted out, used the ropes to pin Cena, and a random nigga even attacked the ref. It was all to protect Vince Golden Boy in defeat. Later, Randy defended the WWE title against Cena in an I Quit match at Breaking Point. Randy tortured Cena with a kendo stick, even tried to blow him up, but Super Cena eventually charged up, handcuffed Randy in the STF, and won the title. The WWE Championship kept
Was that from the kendo sticks?
switching between the two, with Randy exercising his rematch clause at Hell in a Cell. During the match, Randy had Cena tied up and choked him out until he passed out, then punted him in the head to win the title back. The rivalry dragged on, finally coming to an end at Bragging Rights in an Iron Man match. Randy added a stipulation that if Cena lost, he couldn't challenge for the WWE title again or stay on Raw. But with Kofi Kingston's help, Cena defeated Randy and reclaimed the WWE Championship. Kofi Kingston became Randy's next target for helping out John Cena. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. wanted to lift Randy's spirits, so they got him a custom-wrapped race car. Kofi vandalized the car, preventing Randy from even getting the chance to drive it. Kofi had backup from MVP and Mark Henry during his feud with Legacy. At Survivor Series, it was set to be Team Orton versus Team Kofi. Both teams had a promo exchange, and what Randy said during this was wild. Randy called them low-class street thugs, saying that the only place they belong is in the hood. I already know who wrote that one. Team Kofi ended up winning at Survivor Series, but TLC is where Randy and Kofi went one-on-one. Randy broke Kofi's arm by punting it during the match. He then took advantage of the injury to hit an RKO to secure the victory. The Superstar of the Year tournament was held to end off 2009. Randy had his sights to win the whole thing. He made it to the finals to only end up losing to John Cena. I see why Randy Orton didn't like that nigga. The Superstar of the Year award was a popularity contest anyway because we all know who truly carried 2009. That's the end of Randy Orton's 2009 run. Where do y'all have Randy Orton all time?
I don't know. Can you really blame him though? Okay, so like looking back, the nigga was scary and crazy. But as an adult, you kind of, he's a little justified because people kept getting involved. You know, Triple H did him dirty. His wife or Stephanie slapped him. Keep your hands to yourself. Just because I'm telling you the truth. I mean, people talking about you behind your back. It is what it is. I don't mean put your hands on me though. Okay, that's two. You got Vince. Vince is Vince. Kofi getting involved. Like, yeah. Even though he's a schizo, that makes sense. Cause I don't remember hearing about him having a condition. Like, you got a condition for slapping niggas. Like, I just can't help it. Like, it's my condition. And then on top of that, you can't fire me. So if you fire me, I'm suing. So and then you knew that. So, you know, you're stuck with me. But dang, I don't know. I feel like, you know, he was not in the wrong, because keep screwing him over and fucking with him, get involved in my shit, then, you know, I have every right to put my foot in places. So yeah, that's gonna do for this reaction. He's still evil, but a justifiable evil in my eyes. But yeah, let's go to this reaction, guys. Make sure to leave some likes and comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see y'all in the next one.